I know going in that this is going to be a short episode. There isn't a whole lot to V-Ball. You've got 2 moves and 1 special move. It's hard to stretch that out to 7 minutes. But that's also not an indictment on V-Ball's quality. This is a pretty nice little game that I think is better played with your friends. First things first, the official title of the game is V-Ball. I know it says US Championship V-Ball, and I think it actually works better as part of the title, but all of the Japanese sources just call the game V-Ball. Originally, it was an arcade game, complete with a storyline about how 2 guys who love beach volleyball found a flyer for a tournament. The strange thing is, the Famicom version isn't really that scaled down from the arcade game. Fewer colors, less detail, but it's really close. Though there are a few additions. You can pick what state you represent, and you can also choose from 4 teams, including Billy and Jimmy from Double Dragon. Obviously, I chose to play as them. There's also an options screen where you can configure the game how you like. And I think that options screen really tells you what the focus is here. Yeah, you can jump into tournament mode, and then compete against other teams in a trip across the United States. But what you're really supposed to do is get 3 of your closest friends together, and then take each other on. If you only have 1 friend who can come over, then I guess you could play against each other or with each other. But really the intention here is that players are supposed to be competing. During the match, you press the A button to hit the ball, and you press the B button to jump, and that's it. If you're going to hit the ball over the net, you can jump into the air, and if you hit B 3 times in the air, then you'll do a super spike. I'm not sure that's what they called it in Japanese, but I can't find a copy of the manual. The super spikes move so fast that the AI often can't catch them. But if somebody does catch them, it tends to knock them flat. The way that most points play out is that when the ball goes over the net, you knock it up into the air, your AI partner knocks it back to you, and then you have to get it across. The soft lob from the ground will always be caught, so you really have to learn how to spike the ball. You can also jump up to try to intercept the ball as it's coming over the net, but the timing on that is really tricky, and I never successfully did it once while I was playing. In fact, that's the biggest challenge in V-Ball. The timing's a bit tight. Not in a bad way, but for any kind of spike, you pretty much have to be dead on. The one place where it is a problem is when the ball comes over the net. The default game settings will swap your player if the ball is closer to the other one, and you have to be moving immediately to intercept a spike. That can lead to situations where you move the wrong way to get the ball, or against the hulking guys on stage 2, you can find yourself leaping for balls that are going out of bound in a quarter second. All that said, it controls pretty well, and I was getting better as I played. It's not that difficult to pick up the timing. I think it's safe to say that V-Ball is the best volleyball game on the Famicom so far. But even if it wasn't the only volleyball game on the Famicom so far, it would still be a pretty fun interpretation of the sport. But it really is intended for multiplayer action. So once you've got the rhythm down, I'm not really sure how much staying power this one has. At least when you're playing against the computer.